Hey guys, I'm Ivy.
And it's me, your girl GiGi Maguire, Miss Show Me the Money. And I just got my progress report at the lunch table talk with the progress report. Get into it.
Progress report. Yeah, progress report. News, interviews. Tune into the progress report. Keep watching the progress report. Tune into the progress report. Lalaa, boss Britt, eXeL. Know when you progress, gotta eXeL.
The progress report.
All right, what's going on? It's your girl Lalaa Shepard.
Boss Britt the most lit.
What's up, it's your girl DJ eXeL.
Okay, y'all, today, y'all see who we got in the building. We got the one and only GiGi Maguire.
Hey, y'all.
Okay, then we got her niece as well. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, it's Ivy.
Ivy. Yes, Ivy. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's the Maguire Empire.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
I like that.
Empire. I like that.
Oh, baby.
You know. So today we got lunch table talk, and I was telling y'all off air, we talk about all things. We got a whole bunch of great topics for y'all, and we can't wait to get into it.
Yes.
But first, we want to give you, just a brief summary for those who may not know. So GiGi Maguire, jack of all trades, a proud mother, entrepreneur, of course, co-host on the Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast, and now Lip Service Souf.
With us.
Okay,
Souf.
let's go.
South.
And we ran into each other on numerous occasions, and it's always great energy.
Yes.
Always great energy. So thank you for being here.
I
Hold
appreciate
on, you ain't saying Magic City
for
Legend.
having us. Oh,
Okay,
you giving
Yo,
a bio.
formerly known as,
No.
your favorite stripper, formerly known. Yes, let's be clear.
It wouldn't be a last dance without
Let's
this
be
one up
clear.
there. Let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
yes.
So, welcome again.
Thank
Let's have
you.
some fun. Boss Britt got this pop quiz game, so let's
Yeah.
get into it.
Oh, we love a game.
Yeah, we
Yes.
love the pop quiz. Now, y'all not drinking, so if you were to get the answer wrong, you would take a shot. You want to get some?
Yeah.
All right, what you drinking? What you
Just a
doing?
little.
You got a Don.
How toxic.
Yes, sir.
Just because y'all see me drinking right now, don't be trying to get me lit when you see me out.
Oh,
When
we
you
gonna do
see
that
her
regardless.
cheetah.
We was gonna do that anyway. We was gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, cheetah talk about something.
Hey, we a bunch of red flags over here.
Come on, Chief.
And
I'm lying in public.
so the pop quiz is surrounded around Magic City.
Oh, yes.
So you should get all these correct.
Hey.
I got a lot of faith in you.
Okay.
We're gonna start real easy.
Okay.
First question.
Yes.
What year was Magic City founded?
1985.
Period. I ain't even gotta give her the
Knowing
option.
your history, all right?
Yeah, we was gonna give you multiple choice, but shit.
Yeah. Period. All right, she got that one right.
I
Ate it
don't
up.
even know when my mom was born, y'all. You know when Magic City was founded?
That's
October 1995 to be exact.
Okay, period.
Anniversary coming up.
Yeah. And what year did you start there?
2005. It was the 20-year anniversary when I got there. I was able to be a part of the 20-year celebration, and there was a DVD that was made that I was a part of. I used to work day shift, so they put me day shift on stage,
That's lit.
and that was like the beginning of Magic City for me. So I was like,
So you said 85.
85 was the year that it started, and I got there in 2005.
Okay,
after.
great.
Was Meech still out at that time?
No, he was not.
Wasn't?
He might have been in Miami about to get locked up,
Yeah.
but he was definitely not in Magic City.
Okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I heard about the
They
Meech
had
stories
already
up
left.
there.
They had already left Atlanta.
Okay.
But I became close friends with a lot of the girls who had been there during that time. And the stories I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stories.
It's
I
like
bet.
unreal.
Nah,
Like,
for real.
I just missed it.
All right. All right, so next question. Which strip club did Mr. Magic visit that inspired him to open Magic City with a better concept?
Peaches of Atlanta.
You want the options?
What is it?
A, Purple Onion. B, The Gentleman's Club. C, Foxy Lady
It
Lounge.
wasn't Foxy
Or
Lady.
D, Monterey.
I always thought that it was Peaches of Atlanta. But I'm going to go with Purple Onion.
Purple onion.
Just because I never
sound
even heard of
crazy,
that.
right?
Oh, you sound
I never even heard of that one.
Me neither.
Correct answer is Foxy Lady
Fox, I thought it was
Lounge.
Oh, I said it. And I said it wasn't Foxy Lady.
Purple onion got me
Sure,
curious.
I don't know. I might have to-
Oh, you do sound like
I might have
crazy.
to fact check that one.
All right, so we gotta take a look.
Sometimes we be getting our facts wrong.
I might have to fact check that one because
Yeah,
well,
this was
But
in the
we're going,
interview
though.
he did.
Oh,
he-
okay.
he
So
said
well, if
it.
he said it,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
I believe
yeah.
it. Okay. So
Okay.
okay. I got to fact check that.
All right. Now the next one is questionable. All right.
Okay.
Who is known as the first quality girl that Magic City hired? Because they only had one girl in the very beginning. So who was the first quality girl that he ever hired? Is it A, Venus, B, Platinum, C, Goldie, or D, none of the above?
Oh, so I know Platinum and Strawberry to be two of the first girls. I want to say Platinum, but I don't know that she was the first quality girl. But I do know her, and I've met her during the process of this whole documentary.
Okay.
Is it right?
That's your answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna just go Platinum. 'Cause
Correct
I like her.
answer is Venus.
Venus.
Out of this world, okay?
Motherfucking word.
So Venus was the first in Magic City baddie.
Quality girl, yep.
Period.
One of the first 5.
Wow.
Period.
That's
So this is
hard.
in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is so hard.
Way back.
Yeah. They used to
Okay.
give out $5 bills back then.
Okay.
It wasn't the ones until Meech came around. They used to give out 5.
Was they doing tricks then in the 80s?
No, they wasn't really.
It
fucking
was
with
like,
the phone that.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it giving like massage?
Look, I know you guys are tuned into the episode, but I need you to like and subscribe to our channel right now. Let's go.
And just conversation.
They still give
I'm pretty
massage.
sure. I'm pretty sure that was happening a little bit too back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have been
So
there.
your next stiff daddy. You've been working hard this week.
Yeah. It hurt right here.
Acting like you care.
That knuckle right there.
Shoulder
Nah,
rubs.
massage in the strip clubs definitely player as fuck.
It is.
Yeah, they
I know
are.
you have,
there are
Lala.
massage girls that work in the strip club.
Absolutely.
Very necessary.
Very relaxing.
Lala loves strip clubs. So.
Yeah,
I
me
do.
too.
It's a lot of business that gets conducted, great food, all types of shit.
See, your thing is though, this is the
And
cheat
great
code.
music.
Yeah.
This is the cheat
I
code.
love it too.
She go in with clients like rappers
Yeah.
that be like, here go a stack.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love them.
We love
I
that.
love them.
Money.
I
We
don't
love
get
that
that.
too. We love that. We love
I'm
that too.
saying.
Yeah, but I don't get nobody to give
Oh,
me
you
money
don't
to
love
throw.
Nah, I
That's
feel
the only
you.
time I go.
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Is it? Sure, ain't nothing wrong with it.
So, Gigi, we
Yeah.
want to know, like, about you as a young girl growing up in Philly.
Mhm.
Tell us about that girl before, like, the world, come to know you as a public figure.
I was the baby of my mother's 4 girls. I grew up in the area of Philadelphia that's not the hood.
Period.
It was more like middle class, black
Traditional
people.
suburb.
Yeah, like a suburb, but still considered the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Like a neighborhood, so to say. And I went to private school. So I was born a side baby number 1 to
I'm
be
about to say,
exact.
what side baby mean? Like,
Wow.
So my father was married and my mother was not his wife,
oh,
and I
okay.
was born.
Oh,
And then
side baby.
16 days after I was born, my sister was born. So clearly that was a whole nother lady that was pregnant by him at the same time, and neither one of these women were his wife.
Dang.
My father's family had a couple of dealers, and they had in-ground pool and beach house on the Jersey Shore and 20-foot Christmas trees. And
Period.
so that was what I experienced in my dad's side of the family. With my mom, was hustling.
Word.
Straight point blank. She was hustling.
Yeah.
My mom was hustling. Her other baby daddy was the plug. So
Damn. So you got best of both worlds, kind
yeah,
of.
exactly.
Yeah.
And my father's family was Christian, very involved in the church. My grandmother was actually born on Christmas Day, right?
Wow.
So, you know, holiday, Christmas time, church was big on my dad's side of the family. My mom was a moon lady. Imagine Erykah Badu in the 70s.
Okay.
With a caftan and some feathers in her hair.
Hard.
Barefoot with some weed and some incense burning.
Anklets with some
The
bells.
ankles with the bells.
Yes,
The ankles with the bells. Right,
Yeah.
the ankles with the bells. Meanwhile, my stepfather, who was very influential, my 3 older sisters' father, who was very influential in my life as a father as well, he was Muslim.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, who do I pray to? When do I pray?
That's some Philly stuff right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
very much some Philly shit. Very much so. So I kind of learned to walk my own path, if that makes sense. Like, I just wanted to figure everything out on my own because I don't know what influence I should really dive into. So let me just see what's what. Dance, ballet, jazz, tap was something that my mother put me in at the age of 4.
That's tight.
And I loved it. I stuck with it. I danced all the way through high school. I had dreams and aspirations of being a solid gold dancer. Y'all remember solid gold?
Nope.
No, y'all not old enough for that. Solid gold.
Come on.
All right, so I wanted to be a solid gold dancer. That was something in the 80s.
Okay.
But basically, I wanted to dance on tour with like Whitney Houston,
Gotcha.
with Janet Jackson. I wanted to be in music videos. I wanted to be on the Grammys, dancing in the background. Like that was my dreams and aspirations of a dancer. I ended up on some stages with some people, but it just wasn't the way.
Yeah.
I got pregnant in high school, my senior year. I had my daughter. I dropped out. I became a drug mule.
You
I
dropped that as a
became
senior.
Homeless. I became a stripper.
Damn.
And then I had a boyfriend who had a heart attack when we were having sex. After he survived that heart attack, the relationship became very abusive, and I felt the only way that I can get away from him is if I leave the state of Pennsylvania, and I ended up in Atlanta.
Wow.
He found me, but he eventually died. May he rest in peace. So life goes on.
And she summed up her life.
All right, and now I'm outside. I'm lit. And I'm still that bitch.
Then
Ballerina, drug mule.
yeah, ballerina,
Heart attack.
Atlanta. That's how I got it.
Tell me now.
What made you pick Atlanta as far as where to relocate to?
So literally, my sister, her mother Adrian, was living in Maryland, like not Baltimore, but like in between like Delaware and Baltimore in that area, Hartford County, Maryland. Mm-hmm. And again, her and my daughter are the same age, a year apart. So I'm like, okay, I have a lot of family in that area, aunties, cousins. So I'm like, all right, if I move here, I could probably, shake a little tail feather or bartend. At the time, I was bartending. I could bartend or shake a little tail feather in Baltimore. That's too close. He gonna find me.
Facts.
Go down the mat. Richmond, whack. Go down the mat. Charlotte, whack. Go down the mat. Atlanta.
Yeah.
I had a cousin that lived here. And I'm like, also had a friend who was working at Magic City at the time. And she had been working at Magic City since the early 90s. And she would tell me like, not the early 90s, early 2000s, I'm sorry. And she would tell me like how much money she was making. But she was also a thicky girl. And I was 90 pounds in an A cup, 100 pounds in an A cup. So I'm like, I'm going to stay up here and get my little champagne money. But I called my cousin who lived here, and I'm like, I think I want to move to Atlanta. Can I stay with you? And she's like, sure, but I don't even have a couch. I live in a 1-bedroom, and I have chairs in my living room, so you would have to sleep with the floor.
She was a dancer, right?
She was not a dancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The girl who came with me was a dancer.
Got you.
So me and said girl got in my car, and we drove to Atlanta, and when we got here, it just happened to be the day of Hurricane Katrina.
Wow.
August 29th, 2005.
Damn.
Wow.
And it was rain, was crazy, and we couldn't go to Magic City because we was all flooded out in the car. So then we waited until Monday, and I'll go with her on day shift Monday for her to check in because she hadn't been there in a few months. And they like, yeah, you can work. This is to her. Yeah, you can work, but you gotta work. In order to work tonight, you gotta work today and tomorrow. So I just sat in there with her, and I saw a Magic City Monday from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. And my mind went.
Magic City Mondays. Wow.
Man.
This is like Labor Day weekend 2005.
Oh, it was lit.
This is Jeezy, 50K.
Oh, that time,
That's
crazy.
Pimpin' Tiny over here. Some dope boys over there. Some ball players over there. And I had never seen anything like this. I danced at clubs like the Cheetah back in Philly.
Wow.
So I was just like.
Mind blowing.
So I wanted to bartend because I was bartending and I didn't think I was going to dance again. So I'm like, ooh, let me see if I can get a bartender job here. So we come back the next day, and a lot of the girls that saw me last night, it's like, wasn't you just here? Like, people here are so nice, right? So everybody's like talking to me, and I'm like, oh, my friend work here, and they're like, you dance? Why you don't? And I'm like, no, they're like, you're pretty, why you don't dance? And I'm like, I used to, I don't want to no more. So then they start telling me about this amateur night contest that they have on Wednesdays. So like, the amateur night contest is tomorrow. You should enter, even if you don't win, you get to keep your money, whatever tips you make. Okay. And I'm like, I don't turn down too many checks now.
Okay, period.
It had been 2 years since I danced, and I just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And I won the contest.
Period.
I was scared too.
When you started, were you like on the poles on the ceiling and stuff, or immediately?
That was my go-to.
Immediately.
Wow.
Yeah. Cause I don't have, I got it down cause I bought it and grew it over the years, but I didn't have this then.
Yeah.
I was this without the boobs. I was flat-chested version of this, which is great.
Yeah. Amazing.
But I was intimidated by the thick thighs and the big booties and the hips.
Yeah.
But all them girls did was
Do it.
Let two-step.
If I had a fat ass, that would be me all day.
you know what I'm saying? They did a little bit of this.
Leave Magic. I said, you know what?
I always say like Magic City, I'm more entertained by like the skills. Like that body shit, like in Atlanta, you see that everywhere. When a motherfucker swinging and something is crazy.
So
One leg.
when I did my amateur night performance, Big Magic had never seen a performance like that before.
Wow.
So I was the first girl to do that on Magic City stage.
Wow.
Now, mind you, shout out to White Chocolate, right? I came around after her, and she was the it girl. She was the performer. She held the stage down. Like, she was the one who everybody wanted to see dance. But she wasn't a pole girl. She was a dancer. She was an entertainer.
Yes, yes.
What I came is what she had, but up there and back down and back up again.
Yeah.
Flip, flip, flip to the split. So, you know, it put me on a different level of stage presence. So he offered me a job that night.
Okay.
And my friend is like, bitch, if you think that you're not a bouncer, then I'm gonna leave, because why am I even here? And I'm like, okay. So I started dancing again. And within a year, I was given a featured stage set. So right now, when you go in there and at like 12 o'clock, you see the girl Mercedes by herself swinging from the ramp. So that was me in 2007.
Yeah. Hard.
Wow.
She paid away, basically.
No, for real. I mean,
Let's be clear.
this
Listen,
is amazing.
a lot of, when you go in Magic City right now, and you were saying like the skills and everything, a lot of the pole tricks that you see to this day in Magic City and in other clubs, I am responsible for
100%.
a lot of them. We created a lot of those moves, and it's so crazy to be anywhere and see somebody do something, and I remember how we thought of making that up.
So
So salute to, first
That's
of all,
lit.
we had one half of the Snappack on here, Virgo. That's
Virgo,
the homie.
yeah.
Shout out to Virgo. Shout out to Virgo.
That's
Just
one
had
of
to
my
throw that
best
out
friends
there.
ever. She just had a birthday, so shout out to her.
Good.
Yeah.
Salute to Virgo. Go ahead, eXeL.
how risky are these moves y'all are doing? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I see, and then I know a lot of these girls been drinking, or maybe it's my
Yes.
right? And y'all risk. It seems like y'all risk it all, and it seems very dangerous.
I will say this.
Looking for a bag.
I work at Cheetah. I'm a pole girl, obviously. So I will say, like, when I first started, you could get away with being a little tipsy, but if you actually want to perform, you actually want to do some risky things, you really can't be lit like that.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why I don't drink like that.
Is it true?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
It's
Oh,
very
I'm
much
sorry.
emergency.
Okay, it's not the way I finished. Just waiting to get some of it right.
It's not Lucci stuff,
Okay.
right? Okay.
Okay.
'Cause we heard.
All right, we go.
So yeah. So you really do got to be careful. You can't be doing a lot of drinking. I've seen girls literally face
Sorry, I'm
plant, smack their whole body like a dead body on the ground. Like you got to be very
We've
careful.
seen videos online.
It's hard.
Yeah.
My girl
I have
Tip Drill.
calluses on my hands from holding
I
on
seen
for dear
I
life.
remember her
Yeah.
video, Tip Drill.
My girl Tip Drill, literally when 2012, when
remember
she
that.
fell from
Yeah.
the ceiling, we were planning for her death. Like we thought she was going to die.
It's that.
I didn't see it happen, but the phone calls that I got and she really broke her entire face. She had to get her whole entire face reconstructed.
It gets that.
She
deep.
broke like shoulder, clavicle, something, arm, hand, leg, rib. Like her whole body was like really fucked up, and she made a miraculous recovery. She had amazing doctors that made her face look flawless all over again. I love that girl to death. And I am so grateful that I did not lose her in that moment because
for sure.
we really thought she was gonna die.
And are y'all approaching
And she was
it-
drunk.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See.
Oh,
drunk.
yeah.
Be like that. Like I've
Drunk.
had one or two little moments, and then it was like, okay. I
The
can't
worst
do
thing
this.
that ever happened to me was my shoe fell off and almost hit somebody.
Oh shit.
That's kind of sexy though. Like,
Ah, taking this home.
I don't know. Them
But
heels.
this wasn't.
Nah, them heels is kind of deadly. Dog.
It wasn't my Magic City days though. It was my Delilah's days back in Philly in like the very beginning. And then I learned at that moment that I learned in that moment that I can't wear shoes that don't got ankle straps.
And then,
It's important.
like,
Very important.
before Magic opens, like, are y'all in there practicing? Like, are y'all really practicing? No.
No.
Practice is
So
what
y'all
you-
practicing live?
That's practice.
That's practice.
That's
Oh
practice.
wow.
Every time we get on stage, that's
Yeah.
a live practice you looking at.
If you walk into
good.
Now I'm gonna tell you
any given
something.
day-
With Snappack, when we would try to come up with shout out to the
Oh, yeah.
Snappack, when we would try to come up with different moves,
Yeah.
we would go in during the daytime when wasn't nobody in
Okay.
practice. And then once I had my pole studio, we would just that was home base and
Got
we would practice there. However, when we wanted to do some shit, we would just do some
doing
shit.
it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Right. Right.
This is what we're gonna do.
I love that.
And the
That's
music
lit.
and the
And if it
money just
Momentum.
gave you that energy.
Yeah.
It's just the vibe.
Now, oh, y'all like that? Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, we was feeling
The
the
I'm
adrenaline
sure
going.
people probably asked y'all this before, but like for people that's never experienced a strip club, if they watch the Players Club, how similar or different is that to the
Shout out to Lisa
lifestyle?
Ray.
The Players Club is a movie.
It's
It's,
a-
for entertainment purpose only.
Give it a
There
percentage, though.
are some. Well, I was about to say there are some things that are true to fact as far as strip club culture is.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Let's talk about culture then.
The man ain't busting through the doctor saying where my money. That's not happening. Right? That's not happening. That's not happening. The DJ probably will most definitely fall in love with a stripper. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
For sure.
The fights, the trying to get you to be gay, that's not gonna happen.
No.
Like
Okay.
ain't nobody
Are they
coming
gay
up on
though?
you.
Yes.
Are they gay? Yes.
a lot
But
of
ain't
dancers
nobody
be
gonna-
gay
a lot of
already,
shit be
boy.
gay. But
Yeah.
ain't nobody gonna force you into trying to be
Nobody's
gay.
gonna do
Yeah,
it.
ain't nobody gonna
They
try to
ask
turn you out.
Proposition you.
Okay, period.
And as you say that you're a dancer, like, is this something you're proud of as an aunt? And
I'ma let her
like,
answer.
how did you like bring this to the family?
I'm gonna let her answer
It's a
that.
different perception.
Okay.
I'm gonna let her answer that.
So
How it happened.
a little bit about me. I also come from a dance background, but mine is a little bit different. I've been dancing since I was a kid,
Praise.
but
It's praise
I
dance.
was praise dancing.
Oh wow! Hey, praise is crazy. From praise to pole, okay?
Praise the Lord. Literally.
Okay.
I hate
So
y'all.
for me, you know, she was my fun, rich, lit auntie.
Let's
Like,
Yeah.
the most
Yeah.
extravagant,
That's
the
what
most
it's giving.
fabulous. My mom, amazing woman, but she's more grounded, more humble,
Understood.
you
Yeah.
know, more
Yeah.
nurturing,
Yeah.
matronly.
Yeah.
She's out there extravagant, going places, doing things.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to be that. I want to do that. So I started in the nightlife young. I was literally like 18, bottle girl, you know, just
Wow.
trying to do something.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, well, shit, if she could do it, I could do it. And I tried to do it like without even telling her, literally. I mean, I did. It's crazy. But then when I finally told her, she was like, absolutely not. Come here. We gonna
Right?
do
Because you
it."
don't want to feel like.
You follow my footsteps.
Yeah. At first, it was for me. It was like,
I guess you wanted
do
to
I really
figure out
want
that
to?
you
Do
even
I
want to
not?
do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I
when
jumped
she-
off the porch. Went
And
straight
it
to
was
Miami.
right
It was
after
like,
COVID. Well, it was
during,
COVID.
like, right
It was
before-
during COVID.
Yeah, right before quarantine and all that. I went to Miami.
And it did not work out for
It did not
her.
work out for me. So
Why?
So then
I just wasn't ready to just be fully submerged.
Miami is
without
a
any
beast.
skills.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Miami
get
is a beast.
swallowed whole, literally.
Miami strip now
Yeah.
strip is different regionally.
Yeah.
And Miami is the fucking trenches when it comes
Like
to the strip
trenches,
club.
like what?
Like-
It's a beast.
like-
Them bitches go hard. It's
Oh,
like,
okay.
People offering you
It's-
drugs.
yes.
People, girls trying to get
It's
you
the
recruited
belly
by
of
they
the beast.
pimps, like,
It's the belly of the
a
beast.
lot going
That's
on.
the
when that listen,
All right.
Miami is where all the stereotypes really do
Yeah,
happen.
exactly.
And not saying in every club,
Yeah.
but Miami is where there's pimps, is where there's drugs, is where the owners are fucking the dancers,
Yeah.
is where the dancers is leaving and sucking dick in the corner in the champagne room.
Dominatrix,
It's
very
all of
freaky
that is
clients.
happening.
It's
It's
a
a
lot
lot of private rooms happening in Miami.
a lot going
A
on.
lot.
So when she was like, "Come to Atlanta, I'm back and I'm settled
Atlanta's
down."
very mild. Atlanta's very cutesy. Very
Yeah, very
Sure.
I was like, okay, let's do it. And I was in Magic Labor Day. I started Magic.
It was
on
Labor Day.
Wow.
Ran it
It was
up.
Labor Day.
Did you run that bag up?
Yeah.
Ran that bag
And
up?
get and listen,
Yeah,
and
shout
let
out
me
to
tell you,
T.I., shout out to
T.I.
T.I.
was her first celebrity
first-
tipper.
Okay.
T.I. was my first celebrity tipper too.
Okay, keep it in the family.
Tiny was in the building when I won the amateur night contest.
Oh, that's
Can
crazy.
you imagine how much
the
money
tip.
T.I. spent in the strip club?
Can you imagine?
But I only lasted like 2 months. in
Look,
Magic.
I like getting
love
nervous
Magic,
over
but
there.
I only lasted like 2 months.
For real?
Yeah, Magic wasn't her vibe. She more the gentleman's
Yeah.
club. She
I'm
more
more-
the,
Yeah,
Look,
on the
cheetah
show
now,
had a
so-
conversation.
Well,
Yeah.
Cheetah is like that.
yeah, she's
you
more
know?
cheetah.
Yeah.
She's more cheetah.
Very
Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with
And
Every-
was your
yeah.
mom okay with it?
Oh, my mom is good. Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Yeah.
good. For
Yeah.
sure.
Because like y'all aunt like
So
could
I
drop
proved
so
to
many
the family-
gems.
I proved to the family that it's really not
Yeah.
nothing for y'all to worry about.
My mom's side, they understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My dad, it took him a little bit longer to feel comfortable.
Because
But,
he's,
you know,
the churchy,
if you ain't gonna
churchy
pay the
guy.
bills, then I gotta do what I gotta do.
Hello, I got
Love
those
you, though.
bills.
I
Yeah.
respect that. You know, she remind me of, you kind of look like a mutual friend of ours called, named Dope. Yep.
Oh, dope,
Yeah,
yeah.
y'all definitely have a mutual body and face. But
I got a question about the culture. Okay, so is there any problem with just coming into a strip club, eating, drinking,
Yes,
leaving,
that's a problem.
not tipping?
I just had this conversation last night. That is absolutely a problem.
Ooh.
You can eat anywhere else.
But the
Staring
strip
is
club
stealing.
food is
Staring is
good.
stealing.
I'm gonna tell you
Staring is
this.
stealing.
I'm gonna tell you this. She work at Cheetah,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
different.
You can
and
eat.
Cheetah has a restaurant.
Yes,
Literally.
they
She
do.
has tablecloths.
Cheetah
Yeah.
has tablecloths.
Literally.
White
You get dressed
ones.
up. Yeah.
Cheetah has white ones.
Yeah.
It's a whole separate receipt when you swipe your card on that
Okay.
side. However, if you're not going to eat and get the fuck on, if you're going to hang around and drink
And look,
and look,
Oop.
strip is not a spectator sport. Crowd participation is how we make this thing work.
it's stealing.
Gosh.
Staring is stealing.
Oh,
Okay.
staring is still.
That's
If you just eye fucking me dancing, you just ain't
Damn, look at that. She just did over there.
I done stole a whole lot.
All right, so if they don't want no personal, that's cool.
I hate Britt.
But if they just throwing on stage, then that's cool.
Yeah, just
okay.
take a little. And, and listen, everybody don't got to spend a band.
Exactly,
Everybody don't got to
exactly.
Well,
spend
that machine
$500.
make you get 100 minimum, and then it's $25.
So that
ain't no-
Tell us what's
At
minimum,
Magic, yes, it is.
We
minimum
take cards,
and what's
too.
Oh, at
appropriate.
Cheetah.
Let's put
Cheetah
some
different than
dollars on
Okay,
Magic.
it.
so I just
Let's
was
put
in
dollars
Portland.
on it.
I was just in Portland, right?
Okay.
Portland has the most strip clubs within a city.
Yeah, Portland lit.
so
Portland
Wow.
has the most strip clubs within a city. It's crazy. I went to
Never
4
knew that.
clubs in one night.
Portland
And
is
at every single club, they have a minimum. You have to tip every girl that get on the stage at least $1 or $2, or else they will kick you out. Like,
Okay, that's
each
reasonable.
girl,
$1,
$1 per song or whatever. Especially if you're sitting around the stage, like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta participate.
You
Yeah.
got
Or
a
else
stage,
what
you
are
better
we
be
here for?
tipping.
Yeah, if
I
you're
ain't gonna
sitting
lie.
at the stage and you not tipping,
That's crazy.
there's some
That's
clubs where the
front
girls
row
get
seat.
off the
That's
stage
Britt.
and they walk
Look.
around and do a little titty jiggle when you're supposed to get them $1 or $2, and then they do that to
Yeah.
every person sitting around the stage.
Yeah.
Just show
Show
that
some
you
appreciation.
support
Right.
the effort.
Because why are you here? You can go to any bar, you can go to
Exactly.
any restaurant.
Okay,
You
that's
are
fair.
here because it's
Yeah.
You
naked
can go to
bitches,
Twin
it's
Peaks or
ass and
something and
titties. You can
just
go to
see 'em
Hooters. You know what I'm saying? It's ass and titties. Respect the hustle.
My vagina is out.
Hello?
So let's talk about ageism in the strip club culture. Is it a maximum, minimum, not minimum, but maximum, I would say, and just also
So let me tell y'all
expands.
something.
Yo, I know you're looking at this episode and you feeling it right now, but look, stop real quick and make sure y'all like, subscribe to our channel. It's the progress support.
I just turned 45.
Yes.
I personally think I look the best that I have ever looked.
Hello?
I take care of myself on a level of that I have never done in my life, thanks to COVID. And like for real.
No, sis.
That's real.
And if the money was still the same right now, my ass would be in the club. Point blank period.
Damn.
The only thing that's keeping me from being in the club right now is that the money ain't what it used to be. But
Yeah.
if it was, if how it was happening during COVID was still happening right now, I probably would have went back to the club 2 years ago.
Well, let me ask you this.
P-Longs was hitting.
I feel like every stripper got a date that they want to clock out and they never do.
So
Or
what
age,
happens is,
Yeah.
now here's the thing.
They
or a
lying.
certain amount of
No,
money they
no,
gonna
no,
get.
no, no.
If
It's
they
not
get
even
this amount
that.
of money.
My bad, y'all. I'm
life really be
traumatized.
lifing. No. Life really be lifing, right?
Exactly.
And we
Life
set
do life.
goals, and then things happen,
Yeah,
right?
life
And then we change our mind, and then something else happens, and then we hit the reset button, and then we have a kid, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the
Okay.
case, we decide we want to go to school. One thing about entertainers, right? Because I don't really like to use that stripper word a lot.
Thank you.
One thing about entertainers is that everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own reason. Everybody has their own goals. Everybody has their own life. Everybody has their own issues. There is nothing cookie cutter about an entertainer.
100%.
We look different. We talk different. We smell different. We dance different. We think different. We feel different. We do not all have the same agenda. We do not have the same past. We are not all there for the same reasons. You got some girls that's dancing because she's trying to support her baby daddy rapper career. She paying for studio time. You got some
a
girls
girl that's in school for marine biology.
that part. One of the girls, y'all know the
That's
other
real
girl
right
from the
there.
Snappack, Simone, the other girl that's on P-Valley with,
Yes.
she danced her way through school in some type of food biology or whatever course. You know what I'm saying? Like, and graduated and all that. We all have our different reasons. I was a single mother.
100%.
You know, like we all have our. Let Virgo tell that she was working at Starbucks and she needed some more money. Like we all have our different reasons to why we end up there. And then when we get there, it's like a tree branch. Like we all branch off and do our own different thing. And when your leaves turn brown and they fall,
Yeah.
then you over.
I will also like
But
to
if the
add,
leaves is hanging on and growing back,
then what are we stopping for?
why is
Hello?
don't fix it.
I think like it's also like I hate this comparison, but it does make the most sense. It's like, you know, we kind of like drug dealers. It's like
Exactly.
that fast money. I know if I'm down
Fast money.
right now, I could be up tonight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like, say I'm working towards
like
something.
crazy.
I'm trying to pay something off. All right, I worked it up. I paid it off.
Absolutely.
Now what?
Absolutely.
Now I want to go on vacation.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I
Right.
can just
Gotta run it back up.
Exactly.
And I think that's the
It's
thing that
addicting.
it's just like drug dealers, like it's very hard to find a place that you can make this much money.
Yeah, another
And it's legal.
so
Yeah.
instantly.
It's
and
legal. It's legal.
Yeah,
And being an entrepreneur
It's legal.
is hard.
Yes,
Yes.
being an entrepreneur is tough.
Let me tell you the best part is about when I was a dancer. My favorite part about it. was that I did not have to stick to a schedule.
Yes,
I could
ma'am.
take a 3-day
Yes,
vacation,
ma'am.
a 3-week vacation, or a 3-month vacation. And when I came back, not only did I have a job, they was happy to see me.
Nah, you was
Welcome back.
Nah, you was spoiled though, Gigi.
Not just me though.
Oh,
Any dancer can do
okay.
that.
Can I say I just
Any dancer can
3
do
months
that.
nomad, and I came back. I've been
3
back
months, as long as you in the city of
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Like, where you been? OMG.
In the city of Atlanta, as long as you have a valid permit,
Yeah.
you can come back to work.
Gotta have that permit.
And like good standing with your manager.
That part.
Exactly.
Yeah, be
Now,
cool. with
you
your
can come
managers, Literally.
Gigi, is it true that you are the muse for the P Valley main character?
Both of them actually.
Period.
And
That's
I am
good.
not
Wow.
the only one,
course.
but I am a muse.
Let's talk about you.
Yeah.
So the comparisons or the similarities or whatever is, so the world saw the Snappack as 3.
Yeah.
Me, Virgo, and Simone. However, in Magic City, we were actually 5.
Right.
Our other 2 dancers were sneaky dancers. They were sneaking and stripping. Their families and their boyfriends ain't know that they were sneaking and stripping. So they never did anything on camera. If you didn't see them in Magic City in the flesh, you didn't know they existed. So the world
Urban
thought
legends.
that the Snappack was a 3-piece.
Type shit.
The trilogy, right? Mercedes, it girl of the club. Y'all see my crown?
Period.
She, The Last Dance. When I decided to leave Magic City, Little Madge was like, you have to give a final farewell performance. You just can't walk away. You just can't leave.
How long?
Not you.
That's fine.
Right? I only named my party The Last Dance because Flash Dance was my theme and it was my last time dancing at Magic City. I put it together, The Last Dance.
Wow.
After that, countless entertainers all over the world have Last Dance. Nobody thought that, at least I didn't think that that was going to be in anything that people continue to do or become a staple in strip culture. It did. So Mercedes, very first episode, she walks in with her flyer for her last dance.
I remember that episode.
Right? I'm having my last dance. I'm not going in order, but when she has a daughter, I had a daughter. When she was trying to do her last dance, her focus was to open this gym. When she finally opened the gym, she had a $30,000 check, and she opened a pole dance studio. At my last dance, I made $28,000, $30,000,
Yeah.
and I opened up a pole dance
for
studio.
a last dance.
Hell yeah.
28,000 in 28 minutes.
Hey,
Girl,
1,000 a minute.
Her sister
I'll
helped
be
me
like,
count
hold
it.
up, this not my last dance.
Listen.
I gotta do a last dance. I feel like some
like-
people wasn't here.
I was like, do I really want to leave?
go part
But
two.
I mean, I got a platinum Amex in the mail the next day that ain't have no. Well, I actually had the Amex by then. I had the Amex after I quit. But anyway, Last Dance trilogy.
And I saw that video. I had to go back and do my
Yeah.
research because I saw
Last
that.
Dance. Yeah, so
Little
we about to
clip.
re-release it.
Okay.
So moving on to Autumn Night. I'm pretty sure something else with Mercedes, but moving on to Autumn Night. First name, last name. Right, I really changed myself as an entertainer from GiGi to GiGi Maguire, and to this day, I am known as GiGi Maguire. It's copyright and everything. I own it.
Period.
Right. I came to Atlanta in a storm.
Yeah.
Hurricane Katrina, and I was running from an abusive man who was attempting to take my life.
Okay.
Sound familiar?
Okay.
Right? I got hired at the Amateur Night contest because I won the Amateur Night contest.
Yeah.
That's very familiar, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened with Autumn Night. I can't think of anything else like just off rip, but yeah.
But did you have relationships
that's
with
It's hard.
Because I know you're good with the writers, and then they even put you in.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But did they
Prior
take it-
to.
Yeah.
No.
Salute.
But here's the thing.
Oh.
Here's the thing. I hate to. I'm
Yeah.
so humble, right?
Yeah.
And I hate to be like, I'm that bitch.
Yeah. You are that bitch.
But-
If you ain't gonna say it, we gonna say it, okay?
But I get it. I get it.
But
I get it.
But then they showed their respects by.
yeah, but see, not only did they know my story,
Yeah.
it's if you are an Atlanta strip club connoisseur and you've been around during the time of my heyday at Magic City, you know the story.
Yeah.
You from Twitter, from my days on. I used to be on Twitter arguing with people over I used to be in the trap in the dressing room arguing with people because you a fucking hater because you hate strippers. Like fuck you, bitch. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that was how I got popular on Twitter because I used to curse people out for talking shit about strippers. Like that
Yeah.
was my thing. Like I was defending us and our like you bitches is mad. But anyway, so you knew my story, right? Simone again is the third Snappack member, also actress on P-Valley. She has a double job. Her second job is within production. She's the assistant choreographer. So her job is to also help authenticate the script. So there's certain strip lingo that we have. House moms. A lot of people don't know what a house mom is. A lot of people don't know what bar fee or tip out is. A lot of people don't know what a regular is. A lot of people don't know. They call it floss, but we call it an outfit or, you know, whatever. So it's like if you aren't in that world, if you ain't in that dressing room and behind them stages, you know, you really don't know what's happening in that life. And Simone was the one who helped authenticate it. So even down to when they invited me on the show, they wrote me into the script.
Tight.
They really wanted Black China, Amber Rose, and somebody else. I think Drea Michelle, right? Because that's who we know to be the most popular strippers because of their on TV. Simone said, absolutely not.
That's what's up.
No shade to them, but as a dancer, that's not who we look up to. We look up to Jocelyn, GiGi Maguire, Tip Drill. That's who we look up to. So if we're going to honor the legends in strip, let's honor the real legends in strip.
That's hard.
Not the ones that y'all think are legends because they got popular, because I was about to say something.
There we go. That's I like.
You know what I'm saying? I was about to say something else, and no shade. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
So I got a question. If we publicly know your story, right? This also goes crazy with a drug dealer, the real Rick Ross. How he said that they stole his story for Snowfall. If your story is public, it's on documents, all this. Is it stealing or is it being influenced?
I think it's being influenced. I think it's paying homage. And for me personally, I guess I'll ask all the time, why won't I sue? Why didn't I sue? Why I don't feel like they owe me anything?
Right.
And my bitches, that blood, sweat, and tears that we dreamed about being on TV, that we dreamed about being on Grammy stages, that we dreamed about being on tours with A-list celebrities and artists. We counting money till our fingers got dirty, feet dirty, tired as hell from doing backflips into the pole. Right, we spoke about these days in the trenches, in the trap, in the basement, on the floor, counting money at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Hello.
This is how I have lip service.
Yeah.
I've been on reality TV. I have GiGi Maguire that carried that persona on into the world of entertainment. I got to hustle. I got a career out of this. Yeah. I'm not gonna snatch that away from them. Yeah. I'm happy that it's my bitches.
Nah, that's solid.
And they were only background.
Yeah.
They have bigger roles in season 3. Y'all gonna see they just wrapped season 3.
I can't wait.
They already done. It's done. It's in post.
When?
25.
All right.
I gotta rewatch the first.
No,
second
definitely. I didn't forgot what it was about.
25. Go back and watch the second one.
Very good.
Go back and watch the second one, specifically episode 5, because that's when
Now,
that's when I'm in. But not even for my bitches, right?
Yeah.
Besides them, the fact that strip is being celebrated in a light that doesn't make us look like crackheads, that doesn't make us look like prostitutes, that doesn't make us look uneducated. Because guess what? We are women first. Some of us are mothers. A lot of us are educated. Most of us are homeowners. We are entrepreneurs. We are smart enough to fucking be able to even do the job. We have the balls to be naked in public in front of strangers. And at the end of the day, while y'all think we lay on our back and get our money on our knees, I got my money on my feet. What he offering me to get on my knees, it ain't even enough.
Hello.
Why y'all think that I'm doing something strange for some change? That change ain't enough for me to do nothing strange. Because I just made 3 times what he offering me, dropping off the pole. In a split.
Let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
Movies like Players Club made us think otherwise. Because when I moved to
And
Atlanta, I had
what's the
friends.
other one?
That's
It's
when I got to know it.
Hustle
Hustle and Flow. Yes.
and Flow.
Yes.
Hustler's not that bad. Hustlers wasn't that bad, but yes, it still showed a side of
But
the
some
dark
side
side.
is real
It showed the dark side, but a lot of that was real,
Yeah.
right? But they showed the dark side. What they showed in Hustlers is that these bitches gonna do what the fuck they gotta do to get this money no matter what.
That is not a lie.
And that's not a lie. That's the absolute truth. A bitch back against the wall, she just might.
100%.
Bitches is fucking. I'm not gonna say they not.
Yeah,
Bitches is fucking. Bitches is drugging. Bitches got pimps. I'm not gonna say that does not happen. But just because it's happening in a small, concentrated, part of this lifestyle doesn't mean that that's what we're all doing. And that's the stereotype that we get. We get that we all hoes. We get that we all on drugs. We get that we all got
Sucking dick in the back.
We get that we all, whatever the case.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that's just really not. Magic City ain't even got no private room. Where I'm sucking dick in?
I'm gonna tell y'all.
Tootsie's do. Hey, Tootsie's do. I learned about that private room and that Tootsie's
Tootsie's
got
like the
there.
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, Tootsie's is a whole
But
other
Magic
ballgame.
City, all
Yeah,
they
they're
got is
going
the
down.
kitchen.
That's
I'm
not
not
going
sucking dick by the week. So when I'm sucking dick.
Let me get lemon pepper and some of that dick, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
get a little lemon pepper dick.
You stupid.
I'm just sprinkling that lemon pepper on a dick.
Let's be clear. Now, let's talk about OnlyFans.
Yes.
Is it true that you make like $12K?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Per month?
My highest earning month on OnlyFans was $23,000.
Damn.
How much
Shout
did
out
you have
to
post
Beyonce.
during that time?
No, it was when Beyonce said OnlyFans on the remix of Yeah.
Okay, so
Stallion.
she really.
I'm a savage
Beyonce.
remix. I'm a savage remix. Everybody was on COVID, getting their little COVID, getting their little PPP money. And Beyonce said, right cheek, left cheek, I might make an OnlyFans. And I made 23,000 at
That's
once.
Damn,
And the
her
following month, I made
influence is
18,000.
crazy.
But on average, when I had my OnlyFans run, I was making between like 12 to 15,000. But honestly,
Lala.
my OnlyFans is dry.
Sign
right
up,
now.
bitch. I'm
No,
telling
it's,
you.
my OnlyFans dry right
So
now.
why would you slow down if you're making that much?
And why is it dry right now? Like what?
Because the fad of it is over. And
Yeah,
it got so saturated with girls that are willing to do things that I am not willing to do.
Gotcha.
They was going up on
And
there.
clickbait. Yeah. So it's just like, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Now, I have some things happening, right? The Magic City documentary is coming to Starz this year.
Oh.
There is not a release date yet.
Oh.
Okay.
My titties are in episode 1.
We're tuned in.
I'm pretty sure somebody gonna want to know if I got OnlyFans. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I feel like there's gonna be a spike
Gotcha.
in my subscriptions. You know, once my titties hit Stars. But honestly, right now it's like I've never been a porn star. I'm not sucking dick or eating coochie on camera. I'm not getting hit from the back on camera. I'm not inserting the dildo into my vagina on camera.
Squirting all over
I'm not
the place.
squirting on camera. You
Cute
get what
These
I'm
girls
saying?
wild.
I'm not inserting any squash.
Leave the vegetables.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sucking no cucumber.
I'm not none of that. I'm not doing any of that. You gonna get these titties? They
Yeah.
pierced. I got tan line.
Okay.
You gonna get a little twerk. I got pole in the house. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You gonna get a little 1-2 spin and a little split.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for you, homeboy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
private room.
I'll do a dick rate. You know what I'm saying? I'll do a
Okay.
jerk off instruction. You know.
Oh, okay.
What's a dick
But
rate?
they send me a picture of their dick and I sit topless and I rate it and I really be honest, right? It's funny. It's hilarious.
It sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
Hold on, is it live or is it just the
Dick
dance?
rates?
No, it's a video. I'll send the video back. They'll send me
Okay.
the money and the picture, and then I'll sit and I'll make the video and send it
like,
back.
You ever be like,
That's
that's
crazy.
small or like, or like
I
girthy? You be like, it's
haven't-
small
I
but girthy.
I haven't had to tell someone.
I hate that
I
word.
did tell someone that
I
was.
hate that
I did tell someone it was long and skinny. I did say it was very long.
It is crazy.
Yeah, but I would tell them like,
Spaghetti
if it was
dick.
good, I would tell them it was good. If it was bad, I would tell them it was bad. But it's ashy. I don't want to see your
Ashy
toes.
dick is crazy.
Why you on the toilet?
Why is it a big ass sheet?
You know what I'm saying? Get your boxers from around your ankles.
Yeah.
Like,
That's crazy. See, I
you know, clean your background. Why am I looking at dirty clothes on the floor? Why is it placed on the nightstand? Sorry. Like, why is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm distracted. All I want to see is the
I'm
dick.
distracted.
I can't even see the dick because I'm distracted about all of the bullshit you got happening in
That's
the
nasty.
picture. Focus on the dick. Put some baby oil on it.
Yes,
You know what I'm
please, why is it
saying?
big ass sheet?
not
Oh,
this, not
and
this
just
thousand five.
manscape a little bit, trim the weeds a little bit,
Yes.
just a little bit, you
Yes.
know, and just make it look nice. We not about to send you no ashy titty pics.
Yeah,
right?
Ashy
Ashy
titties
titties is
crazy.
crazy.
You better
We not
fucking
about
not.
to send no crusty. We not about to send no crusty, dry, cracking in between the toes, feet pics,
Yeah.
right?
That's
We
crazy.
gonna make sure they shine up. So shine up the dick.
That's crazy.
Shout
'Cause
out
I
to
will
Britt.
be analyzing everything.
Absolutely.
Besides.
Yeah, like the girl in me
Facts.
is going to analyze everything like that.
The other one I do is jerk off instruction. Not my fave,
So
but I'll do it.
You tell them what to do?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What do you
and they're
using a
doing it
strap?
live?
No, it's just me just saying it.
Okay, you're just saying.
Like,
Okay.
ooh, daddy.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Lala, you
Lala
can
about
do
to.
that.
She like, when that link come active again? Oh, Frico
So
over
look,
there.
while we talking about body parts and shit,
Yeah.
let's talk about surgeries. And I want
Yes.
to know also too, like, what's your thoughts on like males getting an enhancement?
Yes.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
What
Do
is
it.
it? Like,
Austin Powers.
So I'm here for the male enhancement
for
of the
any
penis, and I'm also here for the male enhancement
You
of
know
the
what?
hairline.
I-
Go to Turkey and get that hairline back, baby. I'm here for
All right,
it.
what about the
They
the
go to
glue
Houston
on
now.
it?
Fake it till you
The
make it.
toupee?
We do
Absolutely
it.
not.
I ain't gonna lie, I be seeing
I
this
like
Some
a
of them look so
I like
real.
a
They be
bald-
having waves.
I
and
like a
shit.
bald man too, but when you see him go from 60 to 40 and he's
Yeah.
fine again, we do it.
I be watching
do-
that on
I've been
Instagram
doing
all
I
the
don't know lace
time.
front with me. I don't want to see that.
I
What
don't
if
mind,
you don't
I
know
don't
it's a
mind the
lace
man
front,
unit.
though?
I'm gonna know.
How you gonna know?
I've worn my fair share.
That part.
I know what it looks
Listen,
like.
I'm not mad at the man unit if it's done correctly, right? And if you have plans on eventually getting that done and you just trying to, see how, I ain't mad at you. for
Come
that.
back when it's done.
The only thing about the turkey thing is I've seen videos and it takes like a year. I know
Yeah,
that's
it does.
a sucky ass process. Like,
Listen.
yeah.
Years go by quick.
Okay,
Get it
period.
out.
I
It
feel
definitely
like-
do go by quick.
Like, do anything that you want to do to make
I'm with
yourself
that.
feel
That
better.
part.
You know?
That part.
so let's talk about surgery with you women, you ladies.
Mhm.
Niecy, have you ever had anything done? Would you
Well,
get anything
she's
done?
already admired my beautiful breast augmentation.
Got you.
Yeah.
Rat.
I'm on round
That's
two.
it for me though.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm on round two of these titties.
Getting bigger.
They old.
Okay.
They about 14,
Seasoned.
15. 15. Yeah, they 15. Shit. So at 10 years, I went and got them examined, and my doctor bestie was like, you good. As long as they ain't bothering you, don't bother them. I really got like a lifetime situation happening.
Yeah.
Period.
I just feel like they old. I feel like they maybe like smell funny or something. Like,
I'm
you know what I'm
weak.
saying? On the inside.
On the
Yeah, I feel
inside.
like they might have some growth, some bacteria. You know, they just been in there for a long time. I mean, they look good. They feel good. They don't bother me.
Would you change the size or no? Keep it.
I would just keep
I mean, they
it
look
y'all.
good
From here.
here.
I
Thank you.
honestly think about going smaller.
Yeah.
Okay.
I be missing my flat chest a little bit sometimes.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie.
It ain't like you got some crazy
Right.
stuff.
I know,
So-
but I just miss laying on my stomach. I miss.
I hear that.
Damn.
I know the
So-
chiropractor's gonna say don't do that, but whatever.
Other than that, people think I got a BBL. This is old school butt shots, baby. This is that old lay you on the table and let the drag queen pump you up with
That's
the
a
with the
drag
foreign substance.
Damn.
Damn.
This is that. I got this done in 2000.
Like,
Six.
don't do that to me, bruh.
So you only went one time?
2006.
Do
No,
that.
I went multiple times.
Okay.
I went from 2006 to 2011.
Oh, okay.
Little bit at a time, little bit at a time, gain weight on top of it, little bit at a time, gain weight on top of it, right? Once I stopped dancing, I stopped getting it done, right? I honestly don't know what it is. I do have slight complications, but they're very on trend to what everybody else is like. It's nothing extreme.
Like
I'm
what?
not going through what Kate Michelle went through or anything like that. If I sit on one side or sit on a hard surface for too long, I get a little numb feeling, a little uncomfortable. If I bump into like a corner of a table or something, I feel like I got stabbed. It lingers. The pain goes deep and
damn.
it lingers. This is very sensitive.
Yeah.
If you smack it too hard, again, that same pain goes deep feeling. And I did do a touch up back in 2017 on my hips. And whatever, I went to the same person that I hadn't seen in, I don't know, 7 years, right? 6 years. And I guess she changed her product, and I created like scar tissue around the injection sites. So now it's a little lumpy in the hips. So it's soft everywhere else where the old shit is. But where this touch up is, I get a little lump.
Look at
little lump.
Lalaa funny as hell. She like,
Yeah.
oh.
You feel how the tip
Lalaa
and
get
then feel right here, right? Yeah.
Okay. You like, okay.
So I mean, I be giving a disclaimer to the men too.
Yeah.
People, I be like, listen, it's fine, but it's a little lumpy on the side, but they don't get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so since I got that done, right? Because people be like, you don't look like how you look in 2011. That's because I had lipo. Now, what a BBL is when you get lipo and you take the fat and put it into your ass, your hips, whatever, right? And you can get lipo arms, chin, back roll, brow roll, love handles, thighs, right? You can get lipo 360. That's what they call 360. I did not have any fat for that. Plus, it wasn't a thing in 2006. So I got the old school butt shots, and I lived on with my life. I had already had my titties done. Then I got lipo twice. So the first time I got lipo, it was only across this waistband in the back because my butt shots had actually seeped up into my waistline, and I had a little roll, and I thought it was fat, but it was silicone. So got that removed.
Damn.
And then 2 years in December, I think, I had lipo 360 waist lipo. So that gave the illusion that I got something else done to my butt, but that in fact is not the case. I will never touch my butt again unless I have to get these lumps and dumps removed. They haven't given me that type of a problem that I feel like I need to, but I will if I have to, right? Life goes on. And for now, we just keeping it what it is. Oh, I do Botox. I got fresh Botox. My Botox is fresh. Like, literally 2 weeks. I got fresh Botox right now. But yeah, other than that, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get a facelift one day, but
Yeah, I be seeing them face.
Botox and a facelift.
Oh,
so
girl.
facelift, they take your face and really pull it back.
Yeah,
Like,
like
they,
skin.
yeah, they stretch it back and up into your hairline, like.
Damn.
Yeah, but Botox is just it's a toxin. It's an injectable toxin that relaxes, paralyzes the muscles. So look, I can't move my forehead. I can't move my eyebrows. I can't squeeze this together. I can't make no angry or surprised face right now. I'm completely frozen. I'm trying really hard. I don't know if anything's moving, but it ain't moving as far as I can feel. And
Are you mad at me? I
I
can't
can't
tell.
no facial expressions. I'm here for that. I'm here for it.
Hello.
I am.
No
I am
wrinkles
so
in the forehead.
mad at you right now. I'm
For
pissed
you.
off at you. You can't tell I am pissed.
Oh my God, I'm
Great.
so happy. Can't tell. Yeah, I like it. I don't know. I started getting injectables probably about 7-8 years ago. You know what it is? Being on camera, you looking at yourself and you like, ooh.
I get that.
I see a lot of movement in my face. I'm still working on my face actually because we didn't do anything in the lower region, but I had stopped for like a full year because you know I get it for the promo when I was going to this person and that person and I was like kind of mixing and it wasn't really so now I found somebody that I'm strictly only going to go to and we have a great relationship to where as though I'm only going to be worked on by one person, so because it's an artistic vision that the plastic surgeons and the injectors have, and if you go to this person for that and that person, it's like going to 2 different people to get your hair done. Like it's not really going to work out the way that you really want it to. So I kind of hit a reset button with the face. But Botox lasts 4 to 6 months, and filler lasts 1 to 2 years.
Got you.
That's all I'm doing to my face right now. Nothing crazy.
You look beautiful.
Thank
I'm about to
you.
say you look good.
Thank
so
you. Thank you.
Whatever you're doing.
I drink a lot of water.
Shout out to
Hello.
the water.
She do got 3
We
bottles.
don't
This
rep
my
it.
third one.
Nah, for sure.
We got the little
So-
bottles. So.
Is it tough dating as a public figure at all?
So I'm gonna tell you the problem I have with men. First of all, I just turned 45.
Let me get the list.
I have a 27-year-old daughter. Right now, the men that are chasing me down are
Yeah,
30
niggas.
and under.
Yeah.
And then the older ones are cool, but
They got
when it
ashy
comes,
dicks.
that's funny. The older ones are cool, right? But when it comes to finances, I get these guys that look at me and be like, "Oh, you got this, you got that, you do this for a living, you big money, you don't need no help." I don't care if I don't need it, I want it.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Offer.
Right.
Or it's also not being like afraid to
Right.
keep up with your standards
Yes.
too.
Well,
Yes, I know.
No, but here's the thing, because I am able to provide a lifestyle for myself, and I'm not coming down. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So if you can't meet me there, beat me there,
Let's be clear.
right? And I'm fine with that. Like I fly a certain way, I travel a certain way, I stay in certain hotels,
Eat a certain
I eat at certain restaurants, and not even
Okay,
just
niece.
Wagyu, no
money.
beef. Wagyu, no beef.
right. So it's just like, and not to say that every meal got to be Nobu, but I'm not going to Applebee's. I shop.
What's wrong with
organically.
Applebee's?
You want my Applebee's story?
What's your
I got
Applebee's
one.
story? Because I love Applebee's.
Let's circle back to the Applebee's story.
All right.
So, we shop organically. My mother was an herbalist.
Okay,
Okay.
right.
On fruits and berries
Badu.
and no candy and back to
Yeah.
Badu. So I wasn't raised like that. I didn't have fast food until I was able to buy it myself.
Got you.
I just wasn't raised eating that. And then as an adult, I got into those unhealthy habits, right? I got into what's convenient. I got into what's available, what's there. And then I realized that, in fact, I need to take it back to part 1 in my DJ Nando voice and goddamn get to back to what's right, which is our medicine is come from the herbs.
Yes.
Our food and our herbs and the things that grow out of our soil and that helps that comes out of our earth is what we need to be putting in our body to take care of us. Not these medicines, not this process, not this bullshit that. And that's why everybody's dying of cancer. That's why everybody got diabetes. That's why everybody is so sickly these days, and there's so many different bacterias and infections and blah blah blah, because we are not taking care of our bodies the way that we're supposed to. Shout out to Dr. Seth.
What is your Applebee's story?
Okay,
We gotta know it because I like Applebee's.
this Applebee story is 20 something years old,
Oh, okay.
right?
Before the deals.
Yeah. So
Took the 20.
yeah. Oh, that's funny. So I met a guy. Not Super Bowl, All-Star weekend, when All-Star was in DC. So whatever that year was, like 2002 or something like that. So he's from Dayton, Ohio. I'm from Philly. So we're
We
talking
from
on the
Ohio,
phone.
so that's
really.
that's hurting our feelings.
So we're talking on
That's
the
why
phone.
you stand up for Applebee's.
We're talking on the phone for a couple of days, and he's like, "What are you single? Yes. What's your plans for Valentine's Day? I have none. I want to bring you out here to see me. Okay, that's cool, right? So I'm getting flued out, right? So books the flight and all of that. So we're talking on the phone, and we're having a conversation. And he's like, I'm like, well, what we gonna? It's Valentine's Day. What we gonna do? He's like, oh, I'm gonna take you to my favorite restaurant. I can't wait. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. We pulled up in this Applebee's. You flew me out to take me to Applebee's.
Nah, that's crazy.
Now here's my problem with Applebee's.
Favorite
I know it's
restaurant?
your favorite, but it's a holiday. It's Valentine's Day. You just booked a holiday to get me here. Like not only that, I've worked at Wendy's, TGI Fridays, Hula Hands. I know what happened behind those walls. The same way I know what happened behind the strip club stages. I know what's going on in the back. I know those foods are processed. I know those foods are frozen and vacuum sealed. I know these people hate their job. You order Alfredo for the 37th time today, and they don't give a fuck if your palm roll hit the floor. They put it on your plate. Energy and transference of energy comes through food. Not just the people that make it, but the people that serve it. I don't want your negative energy in my food. I love to cook. The number one ingredient in every meal I make is love. It's a transfer of energy.
I know it.
That's who I am as a person. That's who I am as a person. So I don't eat fast food any longer because of the just chemicals and all of the BS. But also from fast food, from Taco Bell to Applebee's, right? All the way up to Red Lobster, whatever. Them people hate their job. They don't like you.
They don't like you.
They don't give a fuck about you. They're spitting over your food. They're not washing their hands. You piss them off. They dropping your food. They putting it back on the plate. They're very rude. They're very nasty, and you don't know what's happening to that plate when it's coming off the line on the way to your table. And I don't trust it. That's what it is for me with Applebee's. And I didn't grow up eating that. That's not where. Now listen. We could have went grocery shopping. We could have stayed in the house. I could have cooked for us, and it could have been a wonderful night. I might even gave him some. However, I never spoke to that man again after he.
Of course. No, that's fair.
Did you even eat when he Applebee's?
I ain't had no choice.
What you get?
I don't remember. Probably some pasta. I like
pasta you was talking about.
Pasta safe. You can't really fuck up pasta.
Okay, now listen. Speaking of dating and stuff like that, is it true that you used to date Wayne?
Yes, I don't want to say date. We just was having sex. We were friends.
Period. What energy?
It
on
wasn't
a
a
scale of 1 to
relationship.
10, rate his sex. 1 to 10, Lil Wayne sex.
Oh, he's a rock star. He's an alien.
Hey.
Yeah, it's out of this world.
Hey.
Get your name.
Yes.
GiGi Maguire.
Weezy Maguire, show me the money.
Okay, period. That's lit.
And we know Lil Wayne kind of trending right now because everybody was mad he ain't
with the Super Bowl.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? And how do you feel like he perceived it just because you know his character?
Yeah, that baby is a Libra.
Oh, okay.
He's a Libra. You know, them Libras is a little sensitive.
Yeah,
they get their feelings. You're a Libra? Yeah, my daughter's a Libra.
Yeah,
them Libras getting their feelings.
They sure do.
He loves his city. He loves New Orleans.
And they love him.
They love him back, right? 30 years in the game. Yeah. It makes sense for him to be a part of that show. Whether Kendrick is going to bring him out or not, we won't know until we see it. However, I do understand. I watched his when he came back and he's like, I just wasn't prepared for the letdown, right?
Yeah.
I felt that. As knowing him personally, I felt that. But we also must understand that this NFL, this Super Bowl is business. Yeah. And guess what? Not for nothing, he's not missing a check because they don't pay them to do so.
Right.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Is he missing an opportunity that would have been an amazing opportunity for his city, for himself, for the legend of who he is and what he has done in this industry? Absolutely. But, I mean, what's done is done at this point. Hopefully Kendrick bring him out.
I was going to ask you that. So, like, do you think it's valid to bring him out, or do you feel like that's kind of a slap in the face?
I don't think it's a slap in the face. I think it's paying homage.
Yeah.
Despite the Drake beef, despite whatever. They got a song together. I don't see them doing that song. But he need to let him run out one time. Amelie. That would be dope.
Yeah.
I mean, their song together, Mona Lisa. But even if he don't want to do a song with him, right? Yeah. Even if that don't go, let him open with a Millie. Let him, you know what I'm saying? You got a little outfit change happening. Let him bust out with a Millie real quick. Yeah. Even How to Love.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He got a couple of songs.
Yeah. No, he has a lot of songs.
He has great songs.
Yeah.
A lot of them are explicit. A lot of them are about sex and drugs. But he got a few that he could have put together a Super Bowl playlist. We looked it up.
And I think that outside of Dre doing the West Coast, Dr. Dre, I do think they didn't go in every city and get the artists from the city.
I said that.
You know what I'm saying?
They haven't done that.
It does kind of suck because outside of Lil Wayne and him being from New Orleans, like Kendrick, if it was anywhere else and they picked Kendrick, we would all be fucking happy. You know what I mean? Because we'd be like, he deserved that. So it is kind of like a slap in the face. Yeah. And then it's kind of like if you bring Wayne out now, it's kind of like it sounds like you got pressure to a little bit.
Yeah. It is, but it also is the right thing to do, in my opinion. Just because it's his city, he wanted it so bad. It's not going to take away from anything that you have going on. And it would really be like letting the world know within the whole beef and all of that was happening that there's still love and respect and there's a camaraderie against people in this industry.
Yeah, facts.
You know, because we diss too much. We are better in numbers when we link in and we stand beside each other and hold each other down. We're better in numbers. So
That's facts. Let's talk about transitioning to media, doing a lip service and a lip service Souf.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yes. So lip service just celebrated 10 years.
Period.
Does not seem like it's been that long. Does not feel like work. I get to kick it with my homegirls and talk to some of my favorite people. I've been starstruck a couple times. Babyface.
Yeah.
Lynn Whitfield.
Yeah. Oh man,
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe Babyface came on there.
Chelsea Handler. I wasn't really starstruck, but that was a surprise that we even, was able to get her. She was so cool. We've had over, I guess probably at this point, maybe 600 or more episodes. And I literally moved back to Atlanta right before COVID in 2019. And I've been flying back and forth to New York ever since to film Lip Service.
I was going to ask where y'all filmed.
I live here and in Atlanta, and I fly to New York twice a month, sometimes more, depending on
dedication.
how the schedule. I work that Frontier Pass. I be on Frontier for
Okay, period.
I'll be telling
for the $16, and sometimes I do a turnaround and come right back the same night.
Gotcha.
It all depends on what the flight's looking like and what time we done or whatever. But Angela is a friend first. Which is how I even got the opportunity. She knew my story, she knew my openness, she knew my genuineness, and she knew my personality enough that I would, with no experience, be able to hold down this co-host seat.
Yeah.
I am the only co-host that's still there from the beginning. Unfortunately, Stephanie, I love Stephanie to death, but she moved to Miami and we had to move on and go with someone else. We have Jordan Emmanuel now, who is from Bravo. And we love her, and she has brung a freshness to the show. We're kind of doing like a little bit of a revamp with this 10-year moving forward. We're looking forward to that. As far as Souf is concerned, Angela gave me this idea like a year ago.
That's hard.
And I was just like, I got to do it the right way, right? And then shout out to my marketing agent. He just basically threw me into doing media at Essence Fest. And I was like, okay, how can I make this about me and not that I'm a correspondent for Lip Service? And I'm like, oh, Lip Service Souf. And Angela's like, yeah, bitch, Lip Service Souf. Like, I've been chosen to do it. Just do it.
A year ago.
Yeah. So the difference is with Ivy, for one, with us being family, with us being 20-year almost apart in age, but still so much the same, right? Our energy, our chemistry, everything, that's a given, right?
Yeah.
The difference is, even though we from Philly, we still in the South, and I've been here almost 20 years, so, everybody got a cousin from down south that they love. Everybody up north got some down south cousins that they love to death, right? Yeah. So Lip Service Souf is Lip Service sexy cousin from down south. Okay. Who loves to travel. Yeah. Right? We pulling up on people. We not just sitting in the studio. We outside. We doing media spaces. We are pulling up to people in their respective restaurants or whatever, because we're not just going to do in studio and celebrities. We're going to do experts. We say people that you didn't know you need to know. Yeah. Right. People that you didn't know you need to know. Like, so we're going to be talking to experts in all realms of sex and relationships. And the other spin that we have, which is different from regular Lip Service, is that we're going to focus more on mental health. Yeah. And sexuality as well. So I actually am in the middle of writing my book finally. And my story is being told by from a mental health standpoint. And my writer is actually a dear friend of mine who's a psychiatrist. Okay. So that's in the work as well. And it just kind of all is coming together at the same time that it's supposed to. Timing is everything. The flow must be right. Absolutely. It's just a period in time, and with both of us on a personal level where we're able to do it and focus on it and get it done. And the opportunities are just dropping out of the sky for us. So it's like, what's a better time than now? Yeah. So we haven't had an actual in-studio episode yet. We've only put out the one where we were at the ATL Fest. We have the Funk Fest as well. No, we did the Funk Fest. We had the ATL Fest as well, but our mics were so terrible.
I heard you just talk about that.
Oh, it was so bad. Even the one that we put out in the beginning is a little bit janky, but if you work through it, by the time we get to Young Bloods and Killer and Goody Mob, it's all good. But I had to put it out. I did 2 different events. I had to give something. I couldn't just do 2 events and not put any of the footage out. So I put that out, and then in studio episode where literally I have a meeting after this to figure out that exact date. One of these days coming up soon, and we rocking and rolling.
Is this on the same lip service platform? Like
So we
channel?
iHeart. So we're gonna be on
Period.
YouTube and Patreon.
Choked on water.
And we're on Instagram, of course, and TikTok, and Fanbase as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Isaac Hayes,
I like
my Gemini brother.
So
Yeah.
one topic you always talk about is pegging a man.
Ooh,
Have you gotten to do it
not
yet?
yet. I wanna do it.
Would you ever
So
peg
when
a
I
man?
had
I
the,
have.
she's
Oh,
done it.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad.
So when I had the chance to do
Like,
it, I
I've been
wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready?
Nah,
What happened?
You got mentally.
I wasn't ready.
What was it like?
I wasn't into the booty hole like that at
The
the
booty
time.
hole wasn't ready?
I wasn't
She
into.
wasn't
That's
ready.
just wasn't my. Your taste buds change, pun intended. I wasn't there
I
yet.
wonder about that process. So it's like you bringing your own strap. They got the strap for you, saying use this on
I
me,
think
or-
I think he would have it. Well, the guy
See,
that wanted
having-
me to do it, he said, "Let's go get one."
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that more than you having your own.
Yeah,
Because
that's
now I'm like, hold
First
up.
Like,
of
he
all,
probably like, I got
first
this
of
one.
all, if I'm at a man's house and he pulls a sex toy out of his drawer, you're not using that on me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Facts.
That's like
Brad,
studs do
You're not
that.
using that on
Films do that. They
You're
be
not
having
using
their
that on
straps
me.
on.
what
Not
was
using
your
that.
experience?
Okay, well, like I said, Miami is a crazy place.
Oh, using Miami with this. Okay.
And I had a customer. He had some requests. I needed that money.
Okay, period.
He had his own supplies.
Damn. How big was it?
It wasn't really even that big. It was.
Well,
just
that's
very
kinda big,
girthy.
though. You
it was
out.
kind of girthy. It was
Yeah.
like I would say like
Girthy.
8.5 inches.
One
Damn.
potato, 2 potato, 3 potato.
Bro,
one potato,
8.5
2 potato.
is.
But it was like this thick. And no lie.
But it's
Damn.
a client or you're.
Oh no,
doing-
this was
Right,
not for
right,
my
right,
pleasure.
right,
This
okay.
was not. We were not in a.
So we talking like
relationship.
this?
Yeah.
Damn.
That thing beat.
Did you have to use lube?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Y'all,
And
I just
we
get
actually
nothing.
prepped
1 second.
with a heel.
I want her to finish telling her
You
story.
prep with a heel.
But I'm a pissy pot, y'all. I gotta pee.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna just tiptoe to the bathroom real quick. But
That's
keep
all that
talking.
water.
Yeah, but
You
keep-
practice with a heel.
So
You have to elaborate on that.
okay, so basically I was exploring BDSM, dominant work, stuff like that. Cause I'm like, all right, well I'm already stripping. This ain't, they keep trying to offer me drugs and stuff. I need to figure out something else.
Yeah.
And he was a nice man. He actually owned.
Was he white or black?
He was Jewish. He was white.
I
from
knew he was
Israel.
white. I knew he
Yeah.
was white.
Businessman.
They be kinky. They
He
be
owned
kinky.
like
Knew he was that color.
women's boutiques. Like they sold, nice, nothing name brand, but nice like clothes and shoes and bags and stuff like that. So he would give me money and then always have like a gift for me. It would be like a clutch or like a leather book bag or something, whatever.
Yeah.
He was nice though. He was a very nice man, but he just was really into being peed on and
Be a freaky
putting
man.
things in his butt. He was. That was
You
his
peed on
thing.
him?
I did.
Yeah, bitch.
I did.
But how do you feel comfortable doing it? Or are you like, fuck it, it's a client, this is a white Jewish man, I ain't never gonna see
That's
him.
exactly how I felt. I'm
Okay.
like, he was nice. He didn't make me feel uncomfortable. He never pressured me to do anything.
Yeah.
After I realized he wasn't going to like tie me up and put me in his closet,
Right,
I
right.
was like, all right, you just a little weirdo. Okay, fine.
This a freaky.
So
man.
you-
White man be freaky.
You doing this at his home?
At his home. He lived in a nice condo somewhere in Aventura, if you know Miami.
Okay.
Period.
They around there. But yeah, he would lay down in the bathtub and
Oh,
turn
the
shower
bathtub.
on. Yeah.
Okay,
the
so we
water
keeping it
would be
clean.
under his bottom half.
Got
and
it.
I would pee on his top half. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always wondered what's the position in like
Everybody
the
is
setting.
different. Everybody is different.
Yeah.
But that was his thing. Yeah.
Cause I ain't peeing in nobody bed.
Golden shower for real. I thought that, but then he
That's
was like,
wild.
"No, we gonna get in the shower." I was like, oh,
Okay, cause like your mattress and shit,
Exactly.
like
I would go over there chugging a whole fucking big thing of Gatorade or something.
yeah.
Cause he had. Never mind. We ain't. Never mind. But yeah, he was cool. Honestly, like it just when it came to the pegging, that's
Yeah.
when I had to stop because I'm like, okay,
This is
this
getting
is
out of hand.
weird. Yeah.
How long did it last?
Very quickly, like
you got the strap
30
on
seconds.
and just
30
going
seconds?
in.
minute. Like he did not last. He couldn't.
That's the
He couldn't
last
handle
that
it?
long. Yeah.
It is with a G spot at.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I will say, like,
One of
now,
those, man.
dealing with men, because I like older men.
Okay.
They are
Look at
really into the booty thing. Like
They are.
That's what they
want a
like.
different pleasure. That
Yeah.
G spot.
Yeah.
They
I
know.
don't want you to get inside of
Yeah.
them, but
Yeah.
they want
Yes,
you to
they
touch
do.
it at least. I said not everyone.
Oh, not all
everyone.
of them, but they want that
They
finger
want you to
too.
touch it.
Yeah.
They definitely want
And that's
you to
not
touch
gay
it.
to y'all, cause people say like
It's
that's
not.
gay.
Anything you do with it is not
That's
gay.
what I
It's not
say, too.
gay.
It's not.
That's what I
Let's
say.
kill
too.
that. Let's kill all of that. It's
Homosexual
agree.
means same sex.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's not same sex.
It's really not even that deep, honestly. I
It's
think,
not.
Everybody thinks too hard about it. Everybody cares too
Yep.
much about what everybody
Yep.
else was gonna think about them.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
gonna talk about you regardless. So you might as
Do
well
what you want
like.
to do.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, then just do it.
And if you ashamed, just don't.
And
talk
if
about
you're an adult, a consenting adult, and you agree with your partner that you guys are okay with what y'all do, then do what y'all do.
Yeah,
it. Exactly.
Enjoy it.
that's crazy.
Enjoy
Well, I do.
Okay.
I
I
got one.
enjoy a little finger or 3 in the booty hole.
3. How many you taking your booty hole, Lala?
But I don't like my ass super wet.
All right.
I like a thumb
I
in the
don't
butt.
like all that wet shit. Thumb's
I like a
cool.
thumb. Yeah.
I'm gonna put
3
my
is
thumb in the
crazy.
butt.
3 is wild.
I'm gonna start out with 2, but if I can get 3
I
in there,
mean,
I'm gonna do
three.
it.
Why? I mean, girls get dick in their ass.
If you put it like this, it ain't that wild. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Oh, I'm gonna try it like that.
I want like a plug. I'll take a plug. I don't want.
I like a
To the
plug.
butt
too.
plug.
Shout
I
out
like
to
a plug.
Yeah.
I like a plug.
Yeah, plug is
All right, I got one more
Fingers
question
seems
about
like
lip
a lot.
service. So y'all recently
Yes.
had Quincy on there.
Yes,
right?
that's this week's episode.
Yeah, so we
Released
got all
yesterday.
this stuff going on with Diddy. So
Yes.
like, what was the energy when he came in there, and
Great
were they
energy.
like making
He's so
make
good.
sure
He was
y'all
there.
wasn't asking certain questions or?
Okay,
how did it
so
go?
what's funny is leading up to, because people always ask me, who y'all got next on lip service? Right now, I honestly don't know, but I'm waiting to hear that news. I know that it's next week, but I knew that we had Quincy coming up. So the first question was, ooh, did they tell y'all not to ask about Diddy? Right now, here's the thing. Usually when we have a guest and they tell us not to ask about a person or a certain situation, right? For instance, it happened twice. Once with 50, don't ask about Vivica. It wasn't him that said it, but it was his people. And also Vivica people said, don't ask about 50. Well, guess what? 50 brought up Vivica and Vivica brought up 50. So once they start talking about it,
Yeah,
it's free game. We didn't ask.
right,
But we're going to talk about it now.
right.
They never told us not to ask about Diddy, right? Angela and Quincy already have a rapport. That was my first time meeting him, but his energy, he's a Gemini like me. His energy was super fucking dope. He was very down to earth, very cool, very laid back, very like, I fucks with y'all, right?
Yeah.
And Angela, my girl,
Angela don't care. She gonna ask no questions.
but she's smooth.
She is smooth
Finesses.
with it.
She
Yeah.
finesses. She finessed me
She a
all the
pro.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me tell you, that girl
She a
finessed me
pro.
all the time. She's a fucking finesser.
She be like, right,
She's a
Gigi?
Capricorn.
She be like, right, Gigi?
Yeah.
Like,
Let me tell you, my friend been finessing me on the lip service couch for 10 years, and I'm fine with it because I don't mind talking my shit, right? The way she, and that clip hit the Shade Room, I think, today. The way that she did a pure wet around what's up with your daddy.
yeah.
It was in a way of, you know, you can't help who your family is. You can't help what is happening with your family, and you get, you know, how is your mental health, and how happy are you in life now that there's so many things that are out of your control that's happening within your family.
Right.
Like she said it kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like not what's up with your daddy, but
Right.
what's up with
How
you
you
doing
feeling
this?
about
How are
it.
you
Yeah.
feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never said Diddy's name, but we all knew what was the topic of discussion, right? She did it like that.
Yeah.
And it was very very cutesy, very demure,
Yeah.
right? It was very professional. It was very not messy.
Attack.
Yeah.
Right.
It was very non-attack. You know, it was none of that. It was not malicious in any way, and he was very comfortable with answering the question.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's dope.
He seems sweet.
he is.
He does seem
He's so
Yeah.
nice.
He's very nice.
And I love Geminis too.
Yeah,
What's your sign?
I'm Gemini.
Oh, you're Gemini.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Are you May or?
May 23rd.
I like May Geminis.
We the ones that's not
Yeah, I fuck
crazy.
with y'all.
It's the
Yeah, I
June
fuck with
Geminis
that.
that
I
mess with
agree with
bad.
that too.
What's your sign?
And the men.
Leo. I fuck with Leos too. He a Leo. H is a Leo. I don't know where he went, but
Yeah.
we fuck with Leos and Gemini.
Yeah, but lip service, we definitely get the, you know what it is? It be the baby faces and the Lynn Whitfields who are so fucking down to earth, and then it be this new little rapper nigga that just got his first single that think that he goddamn
Yeah.
Dr. Dre. Like
They be like, why you asking me all that? Y'all, like, where you ain't know where you coming to? It's lip
that part,
service.
that part.
Or just too cool.
Or just
Yeah.
too cool.
Trust me, we get
Too
it.
high.
Yeah.
That's what it be.
What's up?
Niggas be too high.
Ah.
Wake up, nigga.
So, you know, when it's all said and done, GiGi, like, what you want people to say about you, like, you know what I mean, at the end of the day?
Well, what I hear now is pretty cool, but I'm a realist bitch,
Legacy
and
type
it
shit.
you already know. Got trapped for the year 4 times in a row.
What they
They
give
give
you?
ya?
Supply baking soda, client said,
What else?
got 2 pots and 3 skins.
Yeah.
Hell
What you
yeah.
talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That part.
But we have goals. Well, I have a big goal that I want to involve my family in. But my biggest goal is to open up a restaurant in honor of my mother.
Nice.
Dope.
Everything she made was from scratch, from the butcher.
Down to the drinks.
Down to the drink.
Wow.
There was no process. There was no Kool-Aid in our refrigerator. We were drinking fresh pressed juices, and we were drinking. She would make this cold ice, cold brewed tea. So it would be like she would brew some tea, and then she would put fresh lemon, squeezed lemon and lemon wedges in it, and sugar, and it would really taste. We called it bee juice. Like it would really, because that's her name, Bee. But it would really taste like juice. Like you wouldn't even think that you was drinking tea. She made it taste so good. So. And everything she made, and I make a lot of her dishes, of course, everything she made, she always put her own little spin on it. For instance, everybody in the world that's ever ate my double eggs, even if you don't like double eggs, you love mine, right? My friends go crazy for my double eggs. And it's the secret ingredient, they do. And it's the secret ingredient that my mother used, that I continue to use, right? That I never tell what it is. That is what makes them so good, right?
Yeah.
And so it's going to be stuff like that on the menu. People always be like, well, what kind of restaurant? Soul food? No, good food.
Yeah.
Good food. The food that I grew up eating, fresh food.
Yeah.
There's not going to be, frozen
hungry.
processed. we making small batches, and we not serving you leftovers from 3 days ago.
Hello?
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I want people to feel the love in everybody. I want people to want to come back. I want people to talk about this restaurant and you got to go to Atlanta to go to Beyonce. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want that to be a thing. I see it, I feel it, I dream it, and one day that dream for me is gonna be.
Dope.
We gonna be up in that bitch.
Yeah.
Yes. So our final question for this particular episode,
Yes.
we asked all our guests our keyword progress. What does it mean to both of y'all?
You go first.
What does progress mean
Yes.
to me? Progress means evolution. It means never stopping, never giving up, never settling in the bad time. It means keep moving forward.
I want to say growth.
Yeah.
And steady growth. Progression, right? Moving forward, not being complacent and finding a spot that you're comfortable in, but actually pushing forward and continuing to grow.
Dope.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
we got
I'm gonna drop my cup.
for you, GiGi. I want you to hang this up on your refrigerator.
Put that in the restaurant when you open it,
yeah,
girl.
like that.
Yeah.
I love this.
This was super dope.
So cute.
We definitely appreciate y'all, and we definitely would love to have
Thank
y'all
you.
come back, and we could just
Definitely.
keep doing
Yes,
this.
anytime.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Absolutely.
I appreciate y'all for having us.
Yes.
So, well, let's the progress report, y'all. We out.
The Progress Report.